Hey, car lovers! If you think today's car market is all SUVs and look-alike sedans? Think again. We're going back through the last 30 years to spotlight 5 of the weirdest, rarest, and most underrated cars ever sold in the US. From wild designs to crazy concepts that actually made it to dealerships. Sometimes the most unconventional rides are the ones that stick with you. So buckle up, because we're about to take a ride down memory lane and revisit some of the most head-scratching, awe-inspiring, and just plain strange vehicles to ever grace American roads. Let's get rolling. First up, the Isuzu VehiCROSS. Sold in the US from 1999 to 2001, this beast looked like a concept car that accidentally escaped the auto show. Armor-like body cladding, tiny windows, and a profile that screams future off-roader. Underneath that wild exterior beat the heart of a workhorse. It was based on a rugged truck frame, the same one underpinning the Isuzu Trooper. This thing had serious off-road capability with 4-wheel drive and a torque-on-demand system. But here's the thing about the VehiCROSS, it was just too far ahead of its time. Only about 4,000 were sold here, which is a shame because this thing was a true original. Finding one on the road today is like spotting a unicorn wearing work boots. It's a rare breed, a testament to Isuzu's willingness to take a risk. Most folks wouldn't know what hit them if they saw one on the street, but trust me, the VehiCROSS is a cult classic in the making, and in a world of cookie-cutter cars, that's something worth celebrating. Next, we're talking about the Cadillac XLR, a luxury hardtop convertible that tried to bridge the gap between a grand tourer and a sports car. Sold from 2004 to 2009, this car had all the right ingredients: sleek lines, a retractable hardtop, and a North Star V8 engine. It was basically a Corvette in a tuxedo, but with a price tag to match, north of $75,000. On paper, this thing should have been a home run, but for some reason, it never quite found its footing. The XLR was a little bit of a head-scratcher, a car that seemed to be searching for an identity. It might not have been a sales success, but it was a unique and ambitious attempt to create something truly special, and in a world that often values conformity over creativity, that's gotta count for something. Now this one takes the cake. I'm talking about the Nissan Murano CrossCabriolet, a convertible SUV. Yeah, you heard me right. They took a perfectly practical SUV, chopped off the roof, and sent it out into the world. Sold from 2011 to 2014, this thing was like the platypus of the car world. A bizarre combination of features that didn't seem to make any sense together. It was like trying to put a saddle on a giraffe. Sure, you could probably do it, but why would you want to? Reviewers at the time were not kind. They called it awkward, ungainly, and downright ugly. But here's the thing. You gotta admire Nissan for swinging for the fences. They could have played it safe, churned out another boring SUV, but no, they went for it. They embraced the weirdness, dared to be different. The Murano CrossCabriolet might not have been a sales success. In fact, it was a colossal flop, but it's a car that will forever hold a special place in the annals of automotive history. It's a reminder that sometimes it's okay to break the mold, to color outside the lines. Now this next one is near and dear to my heart, the Honda Element. This boxy beast was the official car of dog owners, adventurers, and anyone who ever needed to haul a sheet of plywood without renting a truck. Built from 2003 to 2011, it was the anti-car car. No frills, no fuss, just pure, unadulterated functionality. It was like a Swiss Army knife on wheels. You could configure the seats in a million different ways. The floor was made of indestructible plastic, and the whole thing just felt built to last. The Element was all about practicality, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. It might not have been the prettiest car on the road, but it was honest, hardworking, and loyal. And sometimes that's all that matters. And finally, we come to the Subaru SVX, a car that was so far ahead of its time, it practically needed a flux capacitor. Sold from 1992 to 1997, this futuristic GT car looked like it had driven straight out of a sci-fi movie, with its aircraft-inspired window-in-window design and sleek aerodynamic body. And with a 3.3-liter flat-six engine and Subaru's legendary all-wheel drive, it could definitely move. But here's the thing about being ahead of your time. Sometimes people just aren't ready for you. The SVX was a victim of its own ambition. It was expensive, quirky, and didn't fit neatly into any existing categories. It was a car that dared to dream big, to push the boundaries of what was possible. It's a reminder that sometimes the best things in life are the ones that take a little time to appreciate. So there you have it, folks. 5 of the weirdest, rarest, and most underrated cars to ever grace American roads. Which of these oddball rides would you actually drive? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to drop your hometown too. But hey, that's the beauty of the car world, isn't it? There's something out there for everyone, from the practical to the outrageous. These 5 cars might not have been sales successes, but they remind us that it's okay to be different, to take risks, and to never be afraid to stand out from the crowd. Like and subscribe for more weird wheels, AI car facts, and wild comparisons. And I'll see you in the next ride.